Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
and Spotify.
All this is going viral.
Yes, good morning and welcome into the Tuesday edition. Is it a rendition or an edition? I don't know. Of the radio
rendition
program.
is if I were to, I don't know. Let's say, okay, so like a cover song is a rendition. That's a rendition. That's taking something that already has an edition and making it your own. So you're all about the rendition. But like the punk band Seaweed does a good rendition of Fleetwood Mac's Go Your Own Way.
Oh, why don't we play that?
Because
that'd be a nice change of
not
pace.
Really classic rock.
Well, we're not. We're rocks. We're KZOZ rocks. We're not KZOZ classic rocks.
Yeah, but I think
we're KZOZ classic rocks, but we're also KZOZ rocks.
The I don't know why I keep going punk. Punk covers are my favorite, though. They just are. They're so good. The punk band Sicko does a...
I thought it's Seco.
Sicko. No, Sicko's the band's from here. Sicko's a punk band from Pacific Northwest.
All right. Spelled different, too, right? One is S-I-C-O.
One is S-I-C-K-O.
C-K-O. Yeah, okay.
Just like it sounds. Sicko. That's the band I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either. Just don't worry about it.
Don't try so hard to keep it local, man.
I'm still
That's
high
all I gotta say.
I'm still high from the weed cookie. I'm still feeling the effects of the weed
You're
cookie.
going to keep it local, keep it, like timely. I mean, I think Sicko disbanded years ago.
For some reason, you tune in and I'm not making a lot of sense. It's because I tried an edible over the weekend and I'm still feeling the effects.
Sicko does a version of, or a rendition, I should say, of the Indigo Girls' Closer to Fine, which blows the pants off Indigo Girls' Closer to Fine. It's so good. Anyways, if you're a punk person, look them up. Sicko and Seaweed. The S's of funk today.
Yesterday we did Been There, Done That, and I told you that it was the first time I ever had edible cookie, and I'll never do it again. I'm not saying I'm never going to have an edible again. People were saying, "What? You're never having it?" No, I've had edibles before, but I'm going to make sure I stick to the legitimate dispensaries from now on when I want to purchase cannabis products and consume them. Because when some jackass, I shouldn't say that, he's probably a good guy. When some guy that I don't know, but I have a friend that knows him, makes a cookie and they're like, here you go. I mean, I at least knew who the person was, so I knew they weren't poisoning me. But anyways. Oh, I got a DoorDash for the first time. I didn't mean to get DoorDash. I was sitting there in a vegetative state and I was on my phone and I said, man, Chinese food sounds good right now. And the hell, Panda Express has an app. And I was like, well, dude, I've done this with Taco Bell, but I went and picked it up. This time I wasn't going to go pick it up. So I ordered my bowl and my Power Greens and they delivered it to me. And it was pretty easy. And I got to tell you, they said it was going to be like 45 minutes. It was there in 15 minutes.
Oh, did you tip the guy?
I tipped him $5.
How much was your order?
$16.
So you paid $21 for Panda Express?
Yes, I did. But it was delivered.
And you couldn't have gotten in your car and driven to
Oh,
get it.
hell no. I don't think that's recommended. No. I don't think that's recommended at all. Definitely under the influence.
Yeah.
So, but
so it's worth the $5.
Yeah. And it was a good experience. I got to say, I know we've come on and we've trashed these delivery services and we don't trust the people. Maybe my, ability to make sound decisions wasn't as, is where it normally is because of the cookie. And so I made a decision to get some food. I ate it and I'm fine.
Panda Express, is it, I know you probably don't know this because you're too lazy to get up and go get it.
I go get it all the time.
So is it?
Not all. I mean, sometimes.
I've not eaten at Panda Express since the beginning of the pandemic. Is it still where you go in and
no,
you tell them?
No. Yes, but no. Yes and no. I'm sorry. What are you going to ask?
Well, I would say you go in and you tell them, okay, I want that, and then you have to walk out the door.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job. They have marks all over the floors. Nobody can be inside. Where all the tables used to be, kind of like, let's say you walk in and to the left and want an AG, there's a bunch of tables. They have different letters of the alphabet, and that's where you're supposed to wait if your food's not ready. If they ask you to wait. So you go over there and wait. Or for a pickup order, you go over there and wait. Otherwise, you go through the line and you tell them what you want, and then you ring up and you leave.
What's the different letters of the alphabet? Like if your name?
Your last name.
Okay.
So for you it'd be K, for me it'd be W. We'd go stand by our table, and then they would bring us our food. So why is that funny?
That's just weird.
Well, it's the weird. Pandemic.
Yeah, it's all weird.
Everything's weird. Everything's crazy and whatever. So, let's see. What is normal? Is there anything normal right now?
My work area is not normal. I forget, like, I have all these Postit Notes over here. It's been like 2.5 weeks since I've been back at work. And I'm looking at these Postit Notes and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell any of them
Yeah,
mean.
you notice I didn't clean up your area while you were gone.
I'm glad you didn't, because I'm sure these Postit Notes
I know
have
everything.
some kind of, like, there's something that has to do with some work I have to do on these Postit Notes. I just don't know exactly what it is. Like, unraveling the rat's nest that is my professional life right now is going to be a pain in the ass, because I was meant to leave. I had to leave here. I just had to leave and be told I had to stay at home for 2.5 weeks. Some people, like Seth, I don't know, man.
What's his deal? He still hasn't been here.
The longer it goes, the harder it's going to get.
Maybe is he the one that got it? Because he's still not here.
I don't know. I don't think we're supposed to talk about the ones that got it.
We don't know who got it. They won't tell us. So I'm going to speculate. He's not here.
I was told at one point in time, I was like, hey, I got to get some stuff from work. If I come in and I wear double masks and I put hand sanitizer
the
on,
Fauci double,
and I take a video of it with a timestamp on it, and then I go in and I just get my stuff and I hand sanitize as I'm going along. And they said, don't worry about it. Just go in, get your stuff, and get out. And I was here for like 10 minutes one day, grabbing my supplies that I needed, and moved on my merry way. But man, was anybody in the building when you came in? I was afraid to come in the building. Yes, I did double mask because there was 2 people here, but they were in their offices with the doors closed. And I think they were running some kind of, maybe they were running that flu bomb stuff in there, and just on a constant mist. They just had it blowing in their face the entire time. I have no idea. I didn't even bother talking to them or anything like that. I just got my stuff and walked out. I felt weird.
All right. Well, Jeff is back in studio after about 3 weeks of being gone, so we're going to have to get used to that. It's actually not much different, except for you're just a little bit bigger than you were on my screen, because I put my laptop right where you sit, so when I looked at it, it would feel like you were just sitting across from me.
I'm a little bit smaller than the last time you seen me.
If you're going to start bragging about losing weight when I'm on a diet, you can kiss my ass.
You know how much weight I've lost?
I don't want to know.
This is insane.
It's because you moved. When you're moving, you're busy all the time. You never have time to eat.
You're working out. You're moving stuff around.
I need to move, I guess.
I'm almost done, like, with the whole, like, unloading the garage process, and I got to do stuff around the house now. And I literally skipped so many meals. I went to make a lunch the other day, and I put a hamburger in the microwave, and I forgot about it till the next day. I was like, oh, yeah, I put a hamburger in the microwave yesterday.
That would never happen to me, ever. Ever happen to me.
Lost 12 pounds, man. It's crazy.
12. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here online at KZOZ.com.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket.
Jeff is back in studio today after a nice about 3-week residency in his home due to a COVID scare of somebody he knows somebody that got it.
It was a split residency.
And then, while that happened, somebody actually in the building apparently came down with it. So they made us all go get tested, which is great. Because I recently I got a new doctor, went to the new doctor. He was so worried I was going to cough on him. He's like standing in the corner of the room, and he's like, whatever you do, please don't cough on me. He's got the mask on and the visor.
Is he supposed to be vaccinated?
I don't know. He's an older gentleman, too, so I would hope he is.
I ask a serious question about the vaccination. And maybe you can help me out with it. Maybe,
I don't think I can.
Maybe people listening, 805-543-3693. Those are the 805 Beer text lines. If you feel so compelled to text in what you know. Why are people that are vaccinated required to mask up?
Maybe because there's a 2-week period it takes or a month period before it kicks in. I think it takes up to 4 weeks for the vaccine to kick in. So they just want you to make sure you're wearing that mask for that 4 weeks.
So I believe the numbers like up to like around 10% of the populace in the United States has been vaccinated. You're saying in 2 to 4 weeks they'll start taking off the masks, then we'll know that those people will be vaccinated?
No, because I think the real reason they're telling them to because they don't want other people like you and I that have not got the vaccine to see people walking around without masks on thinking, oh, because we don't know their story, going, oh, we don't have to wear masks. Look, if they're not wearing masks, what am I wearing masks for? I think that's really what it's about. It's about government control. Because the government is afraid that if people start walking around without masks on because they got vaccinated and you see them,
so like
and you might start taking your mask off.
If I don't like...
Opinion, that's all.
I don't like wearing a mask. So, if I don't like wearing a mask, I could just be like, oh, no, I've been vaccinated, but I'd be lying about being vaccinated, is what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. I guess I could buy that as a reasonable...
I'm okay with the mask. I mean, the mask is... I mean, I hate to say it. I hated it in the beginning, but I'm so used to it now.
Yeah.
That when I have to wear it, it's not that big of an inconvenience like it was. I remember when I first put it on, I went to Costco, and I was in there for about an hour, and I got out to the car, I was all lightheaded. Now, I've... learned to buy a different mask.
Did you see during the big game they were showing some Chiefs fans that were up in the suite? They were up in some suite, first responders.
I didn't see it.
Suites or something like that.
Yeah, no mask.
And they were thanking the first responders, and they showed the Chiefs fans there. And one guy had his mask off, and he was drinking some beer, which was allowed at the big game, but he didn't know what to do, and he panicked, and the television camera was on him, and he was like, oh, and his buddy's like nudging him, and he's like, and he's like mid-beer, and he like puts his beer down real quick and throws his mask on.
He should have thrown the beer in the guy's face and nudged him. And then just hit the deck. Then just hit the deck. Just dropped out of the camera view.
And then what the hell's with Tom Brady's family? I mean, did you see them?
After the game?
After the game in their suite, nobody was wearing a mask.
Oh, really?
The mom's sitting there trying to figure out how to use an
Giselle
iPhone.
Or his mom?
No, his mom.
Tommy's mom.
Tom's mom is sitting there trying to use an iPhone, and it reminded me of when my mom tries to use an iPhone. Because she's like sitting there trying to do stuff, and then she turns to her husband, and she's like, oh, shoot. And I don't know if shoot was the word she used, but she's like, oh, shoot, I can't get this to work. And he's like trying to have, show her how to do it. Oh, God, that was comedy. God, it was so funny.
Yeah, I know this whole thing is. I mean, I feel like we're getting ahead of it, but who knows? I don't know. Maybe not. Only time will tell, right? I don't know. We're able to go back out again and go visit places, which is great.
Is that because 10% have been vaccinated?
No, I think it's because Gavin Newsom doesn't want to get recalled.
Oh, okay.
But we have talked about that. So, hey, don't forget, coming up later on, you can win $20 to go to Federico's Fresh Mix. If you know the show, you're listening to this, we'll ask you a question about something we talked about. You call in, you get through, and you could be a big winner.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
So today's pizza day. We're building a pool. We built a pool over at KZOZ.com. And the thing is, I don't know. I mean, God, how many pizza places? We have too many pizza places.
We have so many pizza places.
Count.
Before we get into all the pizza places, while you count them, can you tell me that you have a favorite pizza? Like, to me, it's like a song. I can't pick my favorite song. It's all depending on what mood I'm in. I can't really do that. It's the same with pizza.
I have a go-to pizza.
Mine's Supreme. But I mean, if you sat down and said, "Hey, would you like a piece of pepperoni pizza?" I'd say yes.
Pepperoni and sausage, Italian sausage.
Oh, that sounds good.
If the place has good mushrooms, then the mushrooms. I'll put the mushrooms.
Throw some onions on there, and you're good to go. You're almost there.
Onions ruin that son of a bitch.
You're so wrong. It's
God,
so
onions
good.
ruin a pizza.
So good. Good onions are good. You must have had some bad onions. Remember, the onions have to be cooked under the cheese. See, that's the thing. You put the onions down before the cheese. No, you
can't get around the fact that it's always going to be crunchy on the pizza, and I don't want crunchy.
It won't be if it's under the cheese. It won't be.
I don't like green peppers on my pizza. It's crunchy. I don't want crunchy stuff on my pizza.
Good texture.
I want it to move in there with the cheese. It's all one.
What
thing.
I don't like.
The only crunchy thing that should be on the pizza is the crust. The crust should be crunchy.
It should be crunchy. And my only thing I don't like about pizza places is sometimes they don't put enough sauce on and the pizza's dry. Then it's a bad pizza, Domino's. I mean, come on, let's add some sauce. And so then I'll say, hey, I want to get extra sauce on there. We're going to have to charge you for that. Well, that's fine. Just do it. And then you get home and they charge you an extra $3 or $2. And then you're like, there's no extra sauce on here.
There was this place that was so bomb and it's gone. It's now, I don't know.
Shouldn't even have to say that.
It's like maybe it's a nail place or maybe it's some other kind of restaurant now. It was in the Vaughn Shopping Center in Atascadero. And I think it was called Central Coast Pizza Kitchen. This was years ago. And you walk in there, it was just like a Shakey's. So they wouldn't have survived the pandemic. They couldn't even survive, anything at that point in time. But it was so good. So good. You went in there, they had the little Joes just like the Shakey's. It was a ripoff of Shakey's, 100%.
Shakey's was great.
Shakey's was so good.
Shakey's was a pretty big chain, right? I mean, it was. I've heard other people talk about it.
Where's this Bravo pizza?
I don't know. There's so many good little Bravo. That's what we need you to do. Text in like good little hole in the wall pizza places. Maybe it's an Italian place that makes, serves good pizza. 805-543-3693. You can call or text there.
I like the pizza places that have like their hours are super short. Like they're like, yeah, we're only open 6 hours a day. You come get your pizza then, that's when you get it. Kind of like your friend.
Yeah.
Kind of like your friend Benny. Who does the pizza? He's
got a very strict policy. He has a Facebook page where he posts pictures of his pizzas, but you're not allowed to order there. You have to, Facebook message him to order. I like that. And if you do it wrong, you get kicked out. You get banned.
So we have a list. If we're missing anything from the list over at KZOZ.com.
Jimmy Bumps!
Jimmy
Bumps and Los Osos.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. It's Jimmy Bumps Pasta House, and they do pizza, apparently. What do you have on the list so far?
I can't list them all off. I mean, it's so much. It's like I've got Woodstocks, I got Geno's, I got Fatty's, I got Marv's, I got Paso Pizza Kitchen, Palo Mesa, Klondike's, Nardoni's, Nucci's, Pizza Republic, Village Host, Nichols, Central Coast Pizza, Pizza Port, Surfside, Bravo's. I guess I can't go through all of them.
Marv's? I've never heard of Marv's.
Marv, it's that little place. I've never been there, but
where's it at?
Listen, it's been in business forever, so it must be good pizza.
MARVS?
Right off the park. It's right next to Fred's shop up in Paso Robles. The real estate place. Marv's is right next door.
MARV''S?
Great location right off the park. Marv's Pizza.
Wow.
Marv.
I've got to get into this. I got to see what's going on. Marv'sPizza.com. That's how you order it. Page not found. Never mind. Don't go there. All right. I'll look into this.
Well, there could be like 1 million Marv's pizzas in the world.
Let us know. 805-543-3693.